When is the last time you let yourself dream without immediately explaining to yourself why it probably would not work? I am not talking about a mild, reasonable, achievable, by next quarter kind of dream. I am talking about the kind of dream that makes your heart actually beat faster when you allow yourself to think about it. The vision of your life that you have mostly kept quiet because it felt too big, too audacious, too far from where you currently are to even say out loud without feeling embarrassed. That dream, that specific one. When is the last time you actually let it breathe? For most people, the honest answer is that they stopped letting it breathe a long time ago. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, somewhere between the first few times the dream was dismissed or diminished or simply did not materialize on schedule. They learned to make the dream smaller, more realistic, more defensible, more safe. And I understand why. The smaller dream hurts less if it does not happen. The smaller dream does not expose you to ridicule. The smaller dream does not require the vulnerability of full investment. But here is what nobody tells you about the smaller dream. It costs you something too. It costs you your vitality, your aliveness. The specific, electric, get out of bed on a cold Monday morning energy that only comes from moving towards something that genuinely matters to you. The managed, reasonable, defensible life might be comfortable, but it is not fully alive. And you deserve to be fully alive. I give myself full permission to dream as big as my heart can imagine. My dreams are not foolish. They are guidance. They are not obstacles. They are destinations. I dream big and I receive big because I was built for this. Today I want to talk about the prosperity code. The specific consistent principle that underlies every story of someone who turned a big dream into a lived reality. And this code is simpler than most people expect. The code is this. You receive at the level you believe you are worthy to receive. Not the level you work for. Not the level you deserve intellectually. The level you actually, deeply, genuinely believe you are worth receiving. This is why two people can pursue the same dream with similar effort and produce wildly different results. The person who believes at their core that big dreams are for people like them, they make decisions differently. They take bigger swings. They recover from setbacks faster. They stay in the game longer. They walk into opportunities already expecting a good outcome. The person who pursues a big dream while secretly believing it is probably not for someone like them. They hedge their bets. They play it safe at the critical moments. They accept less than they initially wanted, because part of them always expected to. They find a way to pull back right at the threshold of real expansion. Samey dream, same world, different internal code, different results. So, how do you update the code? How do you shift from, "This is probably not for someone like me" to, "This is absolutely for me, and I am moving toward it right now"? It starts with expanding your vision of what is possible for you specifically. Not generically, not, "Simone could do this, but I can do this." Not, "This exists in the world, but this belongs in my world." One of the most effective ways to do this is through stories. Not abstract inspiration, but specific stories of people who started where you started, faced what you have faced, were told what you have been told, and built the dream anyway. Because every time you hear a story like that, your brain updates its model of what is possible for someone like you. Find those stories, seek them out, read them, watch them, sit with them until they feel more real than your current circumstances. Because the level of possibility you believe in is largely a function of the stories you have been exposed to, and you can expand that exposure deliberately. I expand my sense of what is possible for me every day. I seek stories that prove the big dream is real. I update my internal code to receive at the level I was always meant to receive. My dream is specific, it is vivid, and it is mine. Now, let me talk about the receiving side of the prosperity code. Because this is where so many people get stuck, even after doing the visioning work. Dreaming big is step one, but the universe responds not just to the dream but to your receptivity to receiving it. And many people who can dream big have a very difficult time actually receiving what the dream requires. The help, the recognition, the money, the attention, the success. Think about how you respond when things start going really well. When an opportunity appears that is actually the size of your dream. When someone offers you significant resources or support. When recognition arrives that matches the level of your vision. For many people, the response is not joy and acceptance. The response is a kind of panic. Is this real? When will the other shoe drop? I do not want to get too excited. What if I mess this up? Do I actually deserve this? And in that panic, they often find ways to undermine what is arriving. They add conditions and complications. They second-guess and delay. They minimize the opportunity in conversation until others start to agree that it is less than it seemed. They reject the big thing in favor of a version of it that feels more proportionate to their internal sense of worthiness. The prosperity code asks you to practice receiving big, to let the good news land without immediately diminishing it, to accept the recognition graciously, to move forward on the significant opportunity without self-sabotaging, to behave, in other words, like someone who expects to receive big, because you do. This is not arrogance. Arrogance is an inflated sense of worthiness over others. This is simply knowing your own value, accepting what belongs to you, and allowing yourself to fully inhabit the life you have been building toward. Dream big. Believe it is for you. Receive it fully when it arrives. That is the complete prosperity code. And it works. Not as a guarantee of specific outcomes on your timeline, but as a reliable shift in the quality of your experience, your opportunities, and what you do with them when they come. Consistently applied, the prosperity code moves you, step by step, decision by decision, vision by vision, toward the life you dream about. When you allow yourself to dream without limits. I dream as big as my soul can reach. And I receive what arrives with open hands and a grateful heart. I have updated my internal code. I know that the big dream is for me, that prosperity is my natural state, and that I am worthy of every good thing that is already on its way. I dream big. I believe big. I live big. And I give thanks for every big, beautiful, extraordinary thing that is arriving in my life right now. Dream big today, not tomorrow. Not when you feel more ready. Right now, give that dream back its full size and say, "This is mine." Because it is.